Imagine a world without governments, laws, police, or courts. How would people live together? Would society be peaceful or would it become chaotic? This question inspired some of the greatest political thinkers in history. Among them, Thomas Hobbes, John Locke, and Jean-Jacques Rousseau developed what became known as social contract theory. The basic idea of social contract theory is simple. Government do not exist naturally. Instead, people agree either directly or indirectly to create political authority in order to protect their interest and organize society. This agreement between people and government is called the social contract. Although Hobbes, Locke, Rousseau all believed in a social contract, they had very different ideas about human nature, the purpose of government, and the right of citizen. Let us begin with the earliest of these thinkers, Thomas Hobbes. Thomas Hobbes lived during a period of political conflict and civil war in England. Witnessing violence and instability shaped his view of human beings. He believed that people are naturally driven by self-interest, fear, and the desire for power. Hobbes imagined a situation before governments exist. He called this the state of nature. In this condition, there would be no laws or authority to control behavior. Everyone would be free to do whatever they thought necessary for survival. According to Hobbes, such freedom would not bring peace. Since people would compete for resource and security, conflict would become unavoidable. Fear, distrust, and violence would dominate everyday life. Hobbes famously described this state of nature as a condition where life would be solitary, poor, nasty, brutish, and short. In other words, without a strong authority, human life would be insecure and miserable. To escape this dangerous situation, people would agree to give up some of their freedom and submit to a powerful ruler. This agreement creates the social contract. The ruler's main responsibility is to maintain peace and order. For Hobbes, the government must possess strong and centralized authority. If citizens constantly challenge the ruler, society could return to chaos. Therefore, stability and security are more important than individual freedom. In Hobbes' theory, people have very limited right to resist government authority. As long as the ruler protects peace and security, citizens should obey. His ideas strongly support the concept of absolute sovereignty. While Hobbes emphasized fear and conflict, John Locke had a much more optimistic view of human nature. He believed that people are generally reasonable and capable of cooperating with one another. Like Hobbes, Locke also discussed a state of nature. However, he did not see it as a constant state of war. Instead, people in the state of nature possessed natural right and could live together peacefully most of the time. According to Locke, every individual is born with certain natural rights. These include the right to life, liberty, and property. No person or ruler has the legitimate authority to take this right away. However, problems still exist in the state of nature. There was no impartial judge to settle dispute. People could interpret justice differently, leading to conflict and insecurity. To solve this problem, individuals agree to establish a government. Unlike Hobbes' contract, Locke's government was created mainly to protect natural rights rather than to exercise unlimited power. Locke argued that government authority comes from the consent of the people. Political power is legitimate only when citizens agree to it. Therefore, rulers are accountable to those they govern. If a government fails to protect life, liberty and property or become tyrannical, citizens have the right to resist and replace it. This idea became one of the Locke's most influential contributions to political thought. Locke's theory strongly influenced modern democracy, constitutional government, and human rights. His belief in limited government and popular consent continue to shape political systems around the world. The third major social contract thinker was Jean-Jacques Rousseau. Born in 18th century France, Rousseau offered a very different interpretation of society, freedom and political authority. Rousseau believed that human beings are naturally good, compassionate and free. In the original state of nature, people lived simple lives and are generally peaceful. According to Rousseau, problems began when private property emerged. As wealth and inequality increased, competition, jealousy, and social division developed. Society gradually became less equal and less free. Rousseau wanted to find a way for people to live together without losing their freedom. His solution was a new form of social contract based on collective decision-making and civic participation. In Rousseau's theory, individual units to form a political community instead of obeying a single ruler. Citizens collectively create laws that reflect the common interest of society. He introduced the concept of the general will. The general will represents what is best for the community as a whole rather than the private interest of individual or group. When citizens follow laws that they have collectively created, Rousseau argued that they remain free. They obey not an external master but ruler that express their shared political will. Rousseau's ideas inspired democratic movement and discussion about popular sovereignty. His emphasis on equality, participation, and collective self-government remain influential in political theory today. Although all three thinkers used the idea of a social contract, their conclusions differ significantly. Hobbes viewed humans as naturally self-interested and prone to conflict, while Locke saw them as a rational and cooperative. Rousseau believed humans are naturally good but corrupt by society. Their view on government also varied. Hobbes supported a strong sovereign authority. Locke favored limited government that protect natural rights. Rousseau emphasized popular sovereignty and the collective participation of citizens. Another major difference concerned the right to resist authority. Hobbes generally rejected rebellion. Locke defended it against tyranny. And Rousseau focused on ensuring that political power reflected the general will of the people. Social contract theory remains one of the most important ideas in political philosophy. Through different perspectives, Hobbes, Locke, and Rousseau explored why government exists, where political authority comes from, and what relationship should exist between citizen and the state. Their ideas continue to influence modern debate about democracy, freedom, right, and political power. If you are still watching, I hope you are finding this content useful. Please like and share this video, subscribe to the channel and share your thought in the comment. Your support motivates me to create even more content like this.